In this video, we're going to be exploring probability. Now, probability is the chance of something happening. How we find it is by this fraction. We say the number of successful outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Now, that is rather complicated to explain. So let's rather put this in an example. So, for example, if I have 7 red pens and 2 blue pens in a pot, then I grab one, I select one at random. Now this is all about random chance. So this would be a blind study. You'd have your eyes closed, but you wouldn't be able to see in the pot, something like that. What would be the probability of selecting a red? Now you need to get used to the notation as well. The P stands for the probability. What's in brackets stands for the probability of what you were looking at. So the formula says it's the number of successful outcomes. Well, how many red pens are there? In this case, there are 7. Now, the total number of possible outcomes in our case here means how many pens there are altogether. Well, there were 7 red pens, but there are also 2 blue pens. So that means there's 9 pens altogether. So the probability of selecting a red one is 7, the 7 from the red, over 9, the total. What would the probability of selecting a blue pen be then? Well, same situation. How many pens are blue? 2. How many total possible pens are there? Well, we already established there were 9. So the probability of red is 7 over 9. The probability of blue is 2 over 9. What would be the probability of selecting a green pen then? Well, are there any green pens? No. So there are no successful outcomes. That means I've got to put a 0. And once again, the total number of outcomes is 9. So the answer is 0 over 9. Now you should know that 0 divided by anything is just 0. So the probability of green is 0. So we take how many of what we want and divide by the total number of things. This is simple probability. What we're going to be moving on to next is probability with 2 events.